Some backstory: my husband's been unemployed for about 3 months now, and I had just gone on Medicare, finally qualified for that, and started to get more health care than what was available to me via my previous Obamacare plan. But once he lost his job, well, now I can't afford the Medicare B payments. That's like $500 quarterly. Could pay it $162 a month, I guess, but no matter how you figure it, I just lost half of my income, so it's gonna be rough, and it is rough. I don't know. I'm having a hard time paying that, and at some point, I'm not going to be able to because I've got more going out than coming in at this point, and there's no sign of him getting a job. Nobody seems to be hiring him, and it's worrisome. And you gotta trust the universe at this point, because what else is left? I can't keep paying the Medicare B, and he's gonna be coming up for it too. So I have no idea how that's gonna happen. So I just have no idea where all this money's gonna come from, and how this is gonna happen, and how we're gonna keep going. But I told my therapist, I can't keep this going anymore. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep the Medicare going. And she offered very nicely to work for free, but of course I told her no, because I wouldn't feel good about that. Nobody likes working for free. It's just not right. So then she says, well, let's meet again in 2 weeks. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, twist my arm. I can still keep paying, and at least one more time, I was hoping. But no, it looks like that last time was the last time, because I don't know, I guess we got our signals crossed. She didn't understand my text that I was agreeing to meet with her, and it just didn't work out. And the stuff that follows after this is after I first found out, and I was just all upset, and I don't know, I don't know what to make of reality anymore. It's quite confusing. But I'll carry on and trust the universe. There's that one great quote that I love so much. That quote goes, "When you come to the edge of all you know, you must believe one of two things. There will be earth to stand on, or you will be given wings to fly." O.R. Melling. That's what I'm shooting for. Earth to stand on, or wings to fly. Well, it finally happened. I was blown off by my therapist. I don't think it was deliberate, but it's because I've been doing my therapy every other week. since my narcissist lost his job, and it's, I guess, gotten confusing for her to keep up with. I thought I did confirm it in a text message. Our meeting, I have I said, but okay, yes, meet in 2 weeks. It's helpful to think one person noticed I'm alive. But I don't know, I had all this other stuff in there, you know how you put other stuff in text, and maybe she didn't make it to that part. I don't know what actually happened. See, that's the part where, whoa, it's getting so hard for me to keep up with trying to figure out reality anymore. I put it down in writing, so, because the last time I saw her, I had confirmed verbally, and I thought she would have forgot, and I was pretty sure she would have forgot, but no, she remembered. And then I started crying because I had anticipated that she would have forgotten. And it triggered my abandonment issues. And now my abandonment issue got triggered again. And it's just, I'm just so tired of this thing of trying to get mental health care. All in itself, it's traumatic. And trying to keep up with this Medicare. Ever since I've been on the Medicare, it's more expensive than the Obamacare, and I don't know how much longer I can keep it going, which is why I had to cut my visits down to every other week. And now something's gone wrong with the car. Really? Come on. Is it ever just gonna stop? Where I can just get enough stability to try to get ahead. At least not have to constantly worry. So I don't know what to do now. I don't want to keep seeing my therapist because this is too hard. It's painful. You know? And yeah, I'm a hot mess. I don't know what I can do. There doesn't seem to be any resources available. I don't know who to talk to or what to do. I've called everybody. I've not heard back from anyone. I'm just tired. So tired. And I'm scared. And I know when you come on YouTube, you're supposed to be Mr. or Miss Know-It-All and have all the answers. I can't be the only one like this. There has to be other confused people as well. I'm doing the best I can to try to figure everything out. But oh my God. I mean, nothing seems to be the reality it should be. Like, if you confirm something in writing, that should be more valid than verbal. But But it doesn't seem to have worked that way. And nothing seems to be working. You would think that the law of averages would say, hey, something good is going to happen to Mary Average here. It's got to happen at some point. And I try to live in gratitude, and I try to notice little miracles, but wow, it's really hard to keep working around the setbacks. It's really difficult to keep working around. And the setback is, whoa! I'm tired. And I'm confused, I'm bewildered, I'm living in uncertainty. It's like I'm tied to a railroad track, and I don't see the train coming yet, but I can feel some vibration on the rails, and I know the inevitable is coming. And it's worrisome. It's hard to, I try to, since I can't make any sense out of reality, I start thinking, oh, well, quantum physics talks about the observer effect. It's like, yeah, and when I meditate, I notice the observer. I notice that chattering person, and I notice the person observing it is more quiet and just notices stuff. That's the thing you notice in meditation, is how noisy your mind actually is and how difficult it is to quiet it. And you observe it. And you seem very aware. But that's hard to maintain because there's so many distractions, constantly distracted. But then that makes me think, yeah, there's more to all of this than what appears to be. Just this whole observer effect. There's something more there. How can my reality be real? Why is it always so negative? Is it because I have a negative attitude? Am I actually creating my own negative reality with negative vibrations? And it's so hard to try to, convince myself somehow that things are better than they actually feel like they are. And yet, yeah, I'm not actively suffering at this moment. In this moment, I'm fine. Live in the moment. And yeah, the past and the future don't exist. All that actually exists is this moment. And in this moment, I'm fine. And I try to focus on that. And as things occur, I try to cope with them as they're occurring. And yeah, it's been helpful, but there's still this part where I'm constantly living in uncertainty. And yes, it's hard to keep it going. And yes, I feel sort of abandoned because I put in writing that I would meet with my therapist, and well, my therapist didn't seem to perceive that it was an affirmation that yes, I wanted to do that. So you see, I thought by putting something in writing, like yes, in the text message, yes, let's do that. But it didn't work out that way. So, Now I'm really at this whole point where, yes, I entirely question reality. I can't believe reality is really real. I got this thing here. Florence Scovel Shinn, The Game of Life and How to Play It. This really makes me wonder. Is it actually possible for me, the observer, to actually manipulate material reality? By my words alone? Your word is your wand. Is it because I have a negative attitude and have doubt and uncertainty all the time that that's my reality? Is this actually possible? That's the problem, is that that's the part that I question. I can't quite get there to firmly believe that I am creating my own personal reality with my words and attitude. And that somehow that has more influence than what I physically do in the world. It's so hard to believe. But somehow I have to train myself. I have to develop a practice that'll get me to the point. Because if nothing else, I have to try it. Otherwise, I'll wonder forever until I'm on my deathbed. My last thought will be, was it because I wasn't positive enough? I didn't raise my vibes high enough? Somehow I have to get to that level of spiritual growth. This is my journey. This is my mission. This is my goal.